where Bede had the lead going, and then Poncho just came back firing just with 2 huge scores.
Well, it looked like Bede was really the guy to beat at the start of that heat. Like you said, he had that 8-1-7. He looked like his board was working perfect. And Poncho did really well there to fight back. As you're looking at heat number 16 now, round number 1 in the red, Mark Occhilupo from Australia, Darren O'Rafferty from Australia, and Peterson Rosa. This is live action. Mark Occhilupo up and riding.
The Raging Bull.
Raging Bull at Mundaka here, opening ride.
Wow.
And out the back behind him, a quick up and down. So that was Mark Occhilupo's opening ride. This is the last heat of round number 1. Mark Occhilupo, Darren O'Rafferty, and Peterson Rosa from Brazil. And I know the people here at Mundaka, Dino, and from all over France and Spain down here. And one of the surfers they're here to see is in the water right now, Mark Occhilupo.
Timeless surfer, Mark. Just transcended. He's transcended. Generations and generations of surfers. And just a humongous fan base.
Yeah, and the wave's really turning on for his heat. This is going to be another great heat. I can't wait to see these guys get a hold of a few of these set waves. And
looks like the waves are improving big time, Mike.
Yeah, up and riding in the blue. That's Peterson Rosa from Brazil, and he gets stuck behind. Now, way down the line, Occy's taking a look at the very same wave. He's up and riding, Dino. He's got a wall in front of him here. There's the camera to live action. He pulls up into the pocket, and no.
Looked like he was looking for a barrel there on the inside there, and he got in there for a split second and, had to kick out. But
yeah, not much. That was, the area of the bank where Chris Ward was picking up scores earlier. This sandbar here at Mundaka, really long wave. And here's a replay of Peterson Rosa. Drops into the barrel cleanly. Insane tube ride here from the Brazilian surfer. Comes out clean. How stoked was he right there? Peterson Rosa from Brazil. We'll wait for scores to drop. And now out the back, Dino, look at the sets pouring through right now.
Wow, it's what a sight to see here at Mundaka. It's unbelievable how this wave changes in a matter of an hour. It's by far the best waves I've seen all day are coming in right during the Raging Bulls heat.
Well, these are the best waves we've seen all week, for sure. It's starting to get pretty good out there. Look at this in the yellow. This has got to be Darren O'Rafferty from Australia flying down the line on a bomb of a wave here. Huge snap. Falls into the pit. This wave is going to race down the line a little too quick, but what a great snap from Darren O'Rafferty.
Yeah, there you go. It's a perfect example of and out the back looks like Peterson Rosa trying to get around that section and not able to make it around. But that's a perfect example of that last wave Darren O'Rafferty had, where it matters what maneuver you choose to do, whether or not you can make it around that section or not.
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good point. He went for the big snap. That was one of the bigger waves. I don't think even a really good floater would have done it on that particular wave, but it's a great point. I mean, you choose that maneuver, you're looking down the line, and we've seen almost every guy that's won their heat, like Poncho in the last heat, making the right choice at those key times to get around that section. And because really we've seen 1 or 2 maneuvers is not going to do it. You got to get around that main section and get 5 or 6 maneuvers to get the quality scores.
Absolutely. Sometimes you got to race that first section, and if you do the floater, you got to jump off at the right time in order to keep the projection going down the line.
That's right. As we see, we're in heat 16. Occy, Darren O'Rafferty, and Peterson Rosa. You are watching the Billabong Pro Mundaka. And the action's heating up here. Coming up next in 30 minutes' time, we are going to see Kelly Slater. He is going to be surfing against Corey Arambidi, who just got a phone call this morning to find out he was in the event as a wild card, and he's on the road right now. Have you gotten word, Dino? Is he going to make his heat?
I hope so. I mean, he's really. Well, he has been told he's surfing today, and I put a few calls into him. I said, get their butt going, and obviously he missed his first round heat, but I'm almost sure he's going to make this next heat. Let's keep our fingers crossed for the youngster out of Ventura, California, Corey Arambidi.
Well, is Kelly going to make it this time also? What do you think?
What happens if no one makes it? No one goes in the next round?
Oh, boy, that's a good question. Don't ask me those hard ones. Yeah, I don't actually know, but I'm pretty sure that Kelly Slater would be somewhere around the premises by now, considering he missed his first heat. So that'll be coming up in 25 minutes time. Kelly Slater against Corey Arambidi. It'll be a man-on-man heat with the priority system right now in the water. Mark Occhilupo is sitting on a 3.5 and a 1.73. He's up against Darren O'Rafferty, just two short rides from him. Peterson Rosa, Dino, that barrel early in the heat, the highest single scoring wave of this heat thus far, 5.83.
Yeah, it's Peterson Rosa snuck in that barrel. It was a pretty sick tube ride he had. Caught us off guard there and got a pretty good score.
Yeah, Pedersen's really good at chopu, at pipe, everywhere. He's a great backside tube rider and really
huge
good
floaters
technique.
too.
Huge floaters, great tube rider, and it's safe to say he's not scared anywhere in the world on any wave. He will go.
Absolutely, and I've heard from his friends that he also drives cars at up to 150 miles per hour.
Yeah, he was saying he wants to race cars after his pro surfing career, so they don't call him the animal for nothing, Pedersen. We both had a chance to compete against him a lot, Dino, and I've never seen anyone paddle as fast as him or as amped as him in a heat.
Wow, look at this set, Mike.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Here goes yellow. Darren O'Rafferty. Live action here at Mundaka, sets up a huge floater.
Oh, wow. Man, that was a really critical floater there for Darren O'Rafferty in yellow. And looks like out the back, Mark Occhilupo paddling, Mike.
Yeah, here goes Occy. He's on a bomb of a wave. He's in the perfect spot. Driving down the line here. A lot of wall left in front of him here. Here comes Occy off the bottom with a huge snap off the top. This wave lining up nicely for Occy. Another big blast off the top. See if he can get around this section, Dino. He's caught in the whitewater, doing everything he can to get around for one last maneuver. Is he going to get it? And he certainly is. He goes for the big floater and lands it. So beautiful surfing from Mark Occhilupo from Australia. That's going to be a really nice score for Occy, exactly what he was looking for.
The Raging Bull coming through there with a bomb. I think that was the
wave of the contest, huh?
Absolutely, the biggest wave of the contest, and finishing it with a huge floater there.
Yeah, so we're going to count in GT. He's down there with the winner of the last heat. GT, take it away, buddy.
Going with it, yeah, no, because I'm like, oh. All right, hi, I'm standing here with Pancho Sullivan. Pancho, congratulations, well-earned victory there.
Thank you. I just want to thank God for this opportunity, and that was a tough heat. The waves are really running fast down the sandbar, so I think you just have to keep having a sniff on everything and just hope that something's, the pace of the wave is slow enough that you can get your turns in.
Well, it's really, you know what, you bring up a key point there. This wave right now, especially as it's all real drainy and guttery, it's really a game of pace, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Waves that look like they're going to be good end up closing out, and waves that look sort of fat, might end up going well. I just started out really slow in the heat. Just every wave I caught just kind of ran away from me, and I just kept chipping away, and just got fortunate and got two waves that actually stayed open. The first score, the wave actually looked really flat, and looked maybe like it wasn't going to be that good of a wave, but I just figured if I put 100% effort into it and hopefully turn it into a score, then I'd put myself in position to just still have some time to get that last score. So. And, fortunately, bead was just a touch too deep on that second wave, and flipped around and got a little barrel and came out and did a couple floaters, and that was it.
10 snaps later, you win the heat. Well, chipping away, Pancho Sullivan just chipped away, put the ball in the hole, and bye into the third round. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Cheers. All right, Snips, Dino. Or are we back to Nick and I think Snips and Dino are going. And any word on Corey Arambidi? Is he going to make the heat?
Yeah, GT, thanks for that. He is going to make the heat. Dino just got off the phone with him, actually. He's about 5 minutes away, and his heat starts in 20 minutes. So Corey Arambidi will be up against Kelly Slater in the next heat. And interesting comments there from Pancho, Dino, about taking his opportunities. He got that nice little barrel and slipped away from B. Durbridge and capitalized there. And so,
really humble words from Pancho Sullivan.
Yeah, great to listen to. And now live action. This is Darren O'Rafferty from Australia. Beautiful looking wave here. Goes for the big snap and goes down.
Yeah, it looked like he was confused on what maneuver to execute there. And
Yeah, he might have got caught up whether he was going to do a floater or a big snap, and he just goes down. And here goes a replay of this is Darren O'Rafferty here in the yellow, driving down the line here. This is his first wave.
This is a gigantic floater right here.
Really nice floater.
Just a huge floater and big airdrop. Just amazing free fall there and then bang, nice big finishing type of whitewater climb there.
Yeah, he really did everything he could do on that wave. His technique on that floater, just a little rock and roll lip slide there. And so we look at a shot of us sitting here, Dino, enjoying all the action from up top of the cliff here at Mundaka. It's great to be here. Here goes Occy's replay of his bomb wave here. Dino, why don't you take us through this ride? And Mark Occhilupo, the Raging Bull.
Well, this wave was the biggest wave of the day so far. And as you can see, it's well overhead, and he's driving down the line here, and he's big vertical off the top there, and another big, like a blast, little tail blast there for Ock as he comes around the section. This is the part that was interesting. It didn't look like he was going to be able to make it around the section. He just stayed in there, hung in there, kept his head on, and then right here he just finishes it with a huge airdrop floater.
Yeah, really nice surfing there from Occy. That wave came through to 6.45, a good score for Occy. It puts him into the lead in this heat so far, Dino. So just coming up on the halfway mark, and Occy's in the lead as a result of that last wave. And here goes Occy, live action way down the line on that bank. He likes the end. A nice quick snap there. Another quick little snap. Look at how clean the swallow is. Oh, nice hack.
Wow, how's that snap? Just a rail hack.
Well, it's great to see Occy get his chance when he gets a quality wave like that and a powerful wave. He matches it with how much power he has, and like you said, Dino, great to see in that last snap of Occy there. We'll wait for those scores. It's going to be a good score from Mark Occhilupo. He picked that wave up really wide of the bank.
Well, he looked really on that wave. He looked like he had his groove going there, and one of those first, like if you watch here, he looks really low and really compact and got tons of drive, and right here it's just a snap down the line, but really get a lot of release and speed and drive out of that first turn as he hits the second turn here, Mike, and just little snap and a
little speed snap there. Here's the money turn, Dino. Look at how clean the wall is here on this face. Throws it into a little layback hack there and comes out clean. He looks like he's really enjoying himself.
Just vintage surfing from the Raging Bull, Mark Occhilupo.
Yeah, that was cool. You know what I think is cool about Occy is he still uses all wax on his board. You notice that? Here's Darren O'Rafferty up and riding, and another quick series of maneuvers. But Occy, one of the few surfers that doesn't use any traction. You can see the shots of him there. It's old school. He's got the whole thing of wax, like MR's boards. You used to notice he'd wax from nose to tail. But pretty interesting that he uses no sort of tail block.
Yeah, he definitely is a very unique individual and definite crowd favorite. You know, all around the world. You know, guys throwing emails online here, and it's Occy's just an amazing individual.
Legend, no doubt. As we see Peterson Rosa waiting patiently live from Brazil. He has that 5.83. He is in third place looking for a 6.44, so Peterson looking to get going. And, well, that's really not that tall of an order for Peterson in third. O'Rafferty looking for a 6.86, so this heat really close.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially on a wave like Mundaka, you never know. I mean, you could need a 9.99, and out of nowhere, you can get a 10-second barrel and get a 10. I mean, so you're never out of it.
You're never out of it if you're out of that combo spot. We've seen what Bruce did earlier and say what Poncho did. I mean, we've seen a few 9s already today, and certainly a 10 is possible out here right now.
Absolutely, and looks like Peterson Rosa paddling, Mike.
Here goes Peterson. He goes for the barrel. It's a beautiful looking little wave, although it's really fast on the bank. He's not going to make it. Darren O'Rafferty's going to paddle into it down the line from him with a huge floater to start his wave. Another nice snap, and he goes down. He's having a little bit of trouble, Dino, with his waves. He's falling off a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks like he's maybe overdoing that top turn just a little bit.
Yeah, he's pushing a little bit hard, and perhaps just a little antsy. He's seen Occy on one or two of those set waves. He's seen Peterson's barrel. Perhaps he's pressing just a little bit too hard. So, yeah, we got the call from Corey. Dino, you talked to him on the phone. It sounds like he has arrived and checked in for his heat. So we're going to be seeing him up against Kelly Slater in 15 minutes. So
how exciting must that be, Mike? I mean, he's driven all the way from France.
Well, first he flew all the way from Rincon, right?
Yeah, he's driven like 2.5 hours from France. He's showing up to 5-foot perfect Mundaka, and he's going against his idol Kelly Slater in a heat.
Well, let's see if he can keep his composure and put up a good fight, and the surf is really looking good right now. Paddling wide on the section here. Peterson Rosa from Brazil. He's taking a look. He's looking for a 6.44. Let's see if he can get it. Dino, here's a nice looking wave.
Wow. That was a really interesting choice of maneuvers there. He didn't really hit that first section. He drove all the way down the line in order to get around that first section and do that gigantic floater, Mike. Do you see that?
That was a gigantic floater. Perfect word for it. And here goes Darren O'Rafferty up and riding a big first turn there. This wave looking really nice for Darren. Another big snap off the bottom, off the top. Really a lot of spray coming off those turns. Exactly the type of wave he's looking for. Oh! Puts out the landing gear, goes down. It looks like his front foot slipped.
That looked like a dangerous type of floater there for Darren O'Rafferty.
Let's hope he's okay. We're looking at a shot of him now. He's checking his fins. He shakes it off. He's a tough boy. He had to go for that maneuver, though. That was the difference between a mediocre score and a really big score. And even though he fell on that maneuver, he's going to get a good score. He had a series of great maneuvers.
Absolutely, and he, like you said, he had to go for it. You could see from our angle, you could see where it was like hitting the sandbar and just doubling up. And I thought for a second he was going to kick out.
Yeah,
he didn't. He went for it.
Yeah, here's a replay of Peterson Rosa from Brazil here. He had an incredible floater on this wave. Like you said, Dino, he chose not to do that first turn. He drove around the section, comes off the top here, does a nice little snap there. He's still looking down the line. This wave's just barreling off down the line for the Brazilian surfer Peterson Rosa. Here comes the huge floater. Let's watch.
Like we said earlier, he's well known for these floaters. Look at him just styling out on top of the lip and then rocking his tail down and then airdropping out of it.
That style was so cool. He's just sitting up there cruising around, checking out the view. Dropped his tail first, like you said, Dino, and he goes down. A nice floater there from Peterson Rosa. So his score comes through. It's not enough. Oh, it is enough temporarily, a 7.00 for Peterson Rosa. So he does go into the lead. Darren O'Rafferty, we may still be waiting on a score from him. We'll wait and see. And now up and riding, Darren O'Rafferty up and down. So this heat really getting close, It's going to go down to the wire.
That gigantic floater of Peterson Rosa styling out on top of the lip, kind of playing a mind game, and then just aired out of it.
Well, if you think about his two waves, he got that really good barrel to start. As we're going to watch a replay of Darren O'Rafferty here, we'll come back to that point as he comes off the bottom here. Big first blast, fins free. That was a really nice turn from Darren.
That looked like one of the more on turns I've seen him do of the heat so far. He looked like he had his footing right on that one.
Another nice snap there as he drives down the line here. This is where the wave got, he does a series and a few more turns here, and the wave really steepens up. A nice snap there from Darren. Driving down the line here.
And right here looked like he was where we were contemplating whether he was going to go for it or not. And there he just goes
so close. You could see his front foot slip. And thank God his knee didn't buckle on that.
Wow.
That was completely going for it. And now out the back, having a paddle. Mark Occhilupo pulls into the barrel. Can he get out of it? No, it doesn't stay open. And the tide filling in quick, you can see how that one's shut down on the bank.
Absolutely. With only 11 minutes and 13 seconds remaining, with Peterson Rosa leading the heat, and in second position, the Raging Bull, Mark Occhilupo, only needing a 6.41. And Darren O'Rafferty in third, in yellow, only needing a 7.43. So definitely a close heat, Mike.
Really close heat right now. And definitely anyone's game. We see a shot of Kelly Slater. He has arrived and made it here, Dino. He's in the next heat. He's checking in. Looks like he's going with a pintail.
Yeah.
He's got FCS fins. Looked like he had 3 plastic fins there.
He's got 7 world titles, too.
Just a couple to his credit.
Definitely the most decorated pro surfer ever.
Yeah, you can see him checking in with the beach marshal now. He's getting his instructions. It's going to be a 25-minute heat, top 2 waves. They are going to use jet skis to assist the surfers back into the lineup. So Kelly Slater looks like he's got his game face on here. We'll see.
He looked pretty serious there, Mike. He's here. He's ready to go, and he's going to be going against Corey Arambidi, the wild card, coming all the way from California, and dashing here from France.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Corey, of course, the goofy foot. Me and you, Dino, have spent a lot of time with Corey, and in fact, we went to Mexico with him for a week and got some really perfect surf. So we're both familiar with his surfing. He's going to have to surf the heat of his life to upset the current world champ and ratings leader. He definitely has the ability to get really big scores and win the heat out there. That's the thing. I mean,
absolutely, a really determined young competitor, Corey Arambidi, and I've watched him quite a bit, and I've noticed he surfs the best usually in heats. He just pushes himself to another level, and it's going to be really interesting to see how he approaches this heat, Mike.
Yeah, it's a level he's never played on yet, so we'll see, and that's the beauty of a wild card. We see Peterson Rosa have some trouble going off the takeoff. The Brazilian pulls it, though. He's up and right. He's still got a lot of wall in front of him.
He's on a screamer, Mike.
Huge floater from the animal. You can see why he gets his nickname. And now Darren O'Rafferty on an incredible-looking wave,
Looks like the set of the day, Mike. There is one out the back for the Raging Bull, it looks like, too, as well. And Darren O'Rafferty not able to make it around that section, but nonetheless, look at the waves, Mike. Looks like Occy's paddling into position here. Oh, he's a little late.
Yeah, he's a little late. There's a few more out the back. These guys, no doubt one of the bigger waves of the entire contest, that bigger sets for sure. Let's see if Occy can get a chance. He's looking for a 6-4-1 with 8 minutes to go. Mark Occhilupo, he decides not to go this one. There's still a few more waves coming. Let's hope Occy gets an opportunity. And here goes Darren O'Rafferty in the middle of the bank, flying down the line on his backside.
Looks like Mark's paddling on the outside, Mike.
So O'Rafferty's stuck behind. Here goes live action. Mark Occhilupo looking for that 6-4-1. Let's see what he can do, Dino.
Well, he opted to kick out of that one. Nonetheless, still quite a bit of time left with 7 minutes and 55 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's really the choice that Occy made, isn't it? He knew his time was around 6.5 minutes, and there was a lot of wall left on that wave, but he figured, I'm probably not going to get a 6-4, so kicked out of it.
Yeah, let's hope for one more of those sets. That was a bomb set, and that wave that Peterson Rosa had looked amazing. I mean, he didn't really opt. You didn't have much opportunity on that wave, but the size of the wave was it was great to see that coming around the bay there.
Well, it was incredible the way it looks like maybe his hands slipped on the rails and he belly boarded down the face of that thing and then jumped up. So Peterson Rosa getting creative out here at Mundaka. He is in the lead in this heat. Occy looking for a 6-4-1 and Darren O'Rafferty looking for a 7-4-3. So Peterson Rosa living up to his nickname, the Animal, and he's really entertaining surfer to watch.
Yeah, just always in it. He never gives up, and he gives it his all. And he's got a hard heat. Going against Mark Occhilupo and Darren O'Rafferty here, but nonetheless, he is in first place.
Yeah, he's a fighter. He's just fun to watch. He'll kick and scratch and claw his way through heats. So the Brazilian is in the lead right now, and he's entertaining the crowd. We can see a nice shot there of Mick Lowe and his wife, everyone here at the Billabong Pro Mundaka, enjoying the action as we go to the funny takeoff here of Peterson Rosa. His hand slip, he almost kneeboards down and then jumps up.
Look at that thing. It's a double overhead high wave at Mundaka. It's what a sight to see.
That was really entertaining stuff there from Peterson. And he regrouped on this wave, Dino, but classic takeoff from the Animal.
Yeah, if you see, you can see he's just a big old floater here. We all knew it was coming, and there you go.
Hanging out on the lip. That was an incredible floater, and he sticks it somehow. The determination of the Brazilian Peterson Rosa, really entertaining surfing.
Wow, beautiful shot of the island out in front of Mundaka there with the media boat off to the right.
Yeah, Dino, I actually surfed out here along this, where they're showing the camera right now. There's a right point along that. I came here for the Billabong Odyssey, and on a really big swell, we surfed that point. There's also an amazing tow wave off the end of that island. The locals probably aren't that stoked. I'm telling everybody in the world that, but there's some great waves here in Spain, and I was lucky enough to get some nice waves out there off that island.
Wow. And the other day it was breaking. I saw some guys out there towing. And
yeah, Gary Elkerton was out there catching a few waves. Good to see Kong doing his thing. He's also working the water patrol today on the skis, and great to have Gary involved in the event.
Absolutely. Just a true champion he is.
He's probably
a Masters world champ?
Yeah, 3 times Masters world champ. He's probably watching his good buddy Mark Occhilupo in this heat, actually.
Wow.
I think he's about the same age as Occy.
The Raging Bull. Everybody's idol, you know.
Everybody's hero, and I think they're going to re-release the documentary with some new footage, Dino, and I'm looking forward to getting a copy of that. I love the original version, but they're going to re-release a new one with some current footage and a lot more surfing we're going to get to watch of Occy around the world over the last few years.
Absolutely, and, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, Occy's done his best surfing this year at Bells and last year at J Bay.
So we're going to get to see all that as we see a nice shot of the photographer boat there out in the lineup. We have a paddle up and riding. Darren O'Rafferty from Australia kicks out of that one, Dino. He's looking for a 7.43.
Looks like we could have a ride from Occy, but Occy opting not to go on that one. We are hitting the later part of this heat with only 4 minutes remaining. Peterson Rosa up and riding out the back.
They did a big floater and pulled into the barrel there, Dino, and got stuck behind. You can tell these guys now getting a little more patient in these heats, really looking for those quality sets to come through. Occy knows he's not going to get a 6.4 on a little teeny wave. He's going to wait for a decent wave. He still has 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go to get it. And let's hope he does, just because it's so much. I'm not saying I hope he gets the score. I hope he gets an opportunity because he's so much fun to watch, and everyone sitting on the cliff wants to see another wave from him. I know
Absolutely.
we do.
I mean, you know what's great about those sets, too? They come around the bay. There's usually a few of them, so they all get an opportunity, and that's what all of us want is everyone to have an opportunity, and you know, nonetheless, Mark Occhilupo is in position.
As we see it
out the back.
Shot of a huge crowd on site here today at Mundaka enjoying the action. The rain has stopped, the swells moved in, and it was a rough morning this morning, Dino, when we first got down here. It was drizzly, dark, and kind of looked like there were no waves. I was like, geez.
Yeah, it's
turned out pretty nice.
It's a huge blessing to have these waves coming in right now, and like you said, the weather has gotten better.
Here goes Peterson Rosa on the inside here, and Occy's having a look outside. We'll stick with Occy here. He's paddling into this one, Dino. Let's see if he can get the score.
Oh, man. Looks like a really good wave for Mark Occhilupo, getting barreled on the outside, and wow.
Yeah,
Looked like he might have got a little bit ahead of himself on that wave.
There was a bump on that wave, and he went down, and now Darren O'Rafferty behind him. O'Rafferty still has a chance in this heat, too, to win it. He has a first turn there, and then throws it up off the top, and he gets stuck behind. So Peterson Rosa perhaps sighing a bit of relief there. Occy got the barrel. Will it be enough? 6.41. Certainly, Dino, had he made that wave, it was going to be the score.
Yeah, it looked like he already might have thought he already had the wave, and he got a little bit ahead of himself because he caught an outside rail on that snap. You know, pretty routine snap for Mark Occhilupo there.
He's not going to be happy with himself about that, Dino. He had the hard part done. He had the barrel, and like you said, just unfortunate there. He grabbed a little bit of a rail and went over the front. So Occy, just very unfortunate there for him, just grabbing a rail. Is welcome to the Billabong Pro. I'm Mike Parsons, along with my co-commentator Dino Andino here, enjoying ourselves here at Mundaka. Coming up next, you're going to see Kelly Slater up against Corey Arambidi, heat number 1 of round 2. And I think we're going to bring in Nick Carroll and Dave Mailman later for that heat to give you all the action of round 2.
Yeah, we are moving into the elimination round here, and we're getting it down into the business of this thing. Not far in the event, but definitely moving into the elimination round where it does matter.
Yeah, every point's going to count in the next round. Of course, these first round heats, 3-man first advances to round 3, second and third into round 2, which will be coming up, and you know, that's it. Last chance. You know, it's man on man. You lose, and unfortunately, you're on your way home.
Yeah, and a lot on the line on this next heat with Kelly Slater. You know, he's
Well, from here on out, you know, every heat's really a lot on the line. But like you said, that world title race, you know, we're 3 events from the finish. of the year, Kelly Slater, with a substantial lead on those ratings. He really, those guys chasing him need him to lose out early here, and those guys catch up with big results here.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when those guys are already in round 3.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Those guys are kicking back, totally relaxed, got a cup of coffee up on the cliff, and they're just going to, a couple cups of coffee maybe here in Mundaka.
Well, it looks like we have 12 seconds left. Can Mark Occhilupo do it on this wave?
Well,
he needs barely. Wow, look at this wave, Mike.
He has a great-looking wave here. Can he get the score, Occy? There goes the big floater, lands it clean. Is he going to get it up off the lip again? He doesn't. He's flying down the line here as we hear the horn blow. There's a lot of lip left in front of him here. He snaps it off the top. This is going to be a very close exchange. Do you know whether it's going to be enough for Occy to get it or not? Nice, strong finish there off the top from Occy. That's going to be very